What's up, guys? I'm Ryan with Ryan Epps Fishing. That sexy body of water right there behind me is Douglas Lake here in East Tennessee. We're gonna get out on it today, float around and see if we can put a few of these Tennessee largemouth into boat today. Ought to be fun. We got some pretty decent weather, which is nice for a change. So y'all jump in the boat. Let's go see if we can find a few today. There he is. Come back here. Ah, there's a good one. Come on. Come on. Boom. I like it. Nice little Douglas Lake smallmouth to get things started off today. Good start. There he is. There's a good one. Good one. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Just a fighter. Just a little guy. Woo! I think they're tired of winter too. They're ready to hit something, ready to go. There he is. Get in here. Another little guy up there in that shallow water up in the rocks. I'll take it though. Woo! Oh man, oh man. That's why you don't want to be somebody in the back of my boat now. I'll take somebody's head off. Woo! That was a close one right there. Y'all really got to see what that wiggle wart looked like. This is the only YouTube channel that actually gives you an inside look of what it looks like to get hooked in the back of the head, in the back of the boat, no pain involved. Y'all don't want to see that for real. It must have triple grips getting your head. Not good. I wouldn't jerk them out neither. I'd have to take you and leave you at the dock. Got to catch a few. Ain't got time to go to the hospital. There we go. Oh, it's a better fish. I think. A little better. There you go. A little bit better. The black on that one right there. Another pre-spawner. Got it hung there. Jerked it loose. He grabbed it. That happens a lot when you're fishing a crankbait like this. There's shallow right there, Popo. That would be a good way for me to knock my big ass in on camera. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna try one more thing before I call it a day here. One more thing. There he is. There we go. That's a good one. All right, I have caught all my fish today but this one on a wiggle wart. But before I called it, thought I'd throw a lipless a time or two just to see what would happen. And there you go. Now I'm fixing to tell y'all in the exit that I caught every fish today on a Rapala wiggle wart, storm wiggle wart rather. That's cause I filmed that exit on the way back to the boat ramp and just said, you know, I got enough light. I think I'll stop and fish that bank real quick. Well, the wiggle wart that y'all are fixing to see in the exit is now up there in the woods somewhere. So, by default, I picked up this Strike King Red Eye Shad, a 1/2 ounce, chartreuse sexy shad color. Threw it up there on the rocks. First cast, pulled that bass in the boat. That's how it goes. There is another one. I should have been doing this all. Oh, that was the second cast. Got me in that tree right there. That was a good fish. That was a real good fish. 2 casts, 2 fish. It looks like maybe I should have been throwing a lipless all day. And no, I did not figure this out because of some kind of genius bass instinct. No, I figured this out because the bait that I was using somewhere up there in them people's field. If you own that field, you now own a chartreuse blackback wiggle wart. You're welcome. All right, guys, let's talk about what worked today. Got out here to Douglas today. I got a late start today. I came out here about 12 o'clock. I got up this morning. There was a cold front. Had hit night before last. Temperatures really plummeted. Got down into the high 20s, low 30s. And it was just cold this morning, and I didn't have a whole lot of want to. So I waited till it got a little bit warmer. I thought that the fishing would be a little better once the temperatures climbed up a little bit. It was supposed to hit 50 today. I don't think it did, but what I did was I came out. I haven't been to Douglas in several months, so I had to come out here, and I wanted to kind of see what the fish were doing. It's early March, so March is a transition month. You need to be thinking pre-spawn. That's what I originally planned on today, and that was the case. I ran into the very beginning of a major creek arm here. There's a little feeder creek comes into it. Caught that one smallmouth right there around the mouth of it, and then caught the first largemouth of the day right there too. On a point, is literally the first point coming into that creek, which is just a typical staging area for a pre-spawn fish to get up in. You know, they're gonna spawn back in those creeks, they're gonna spawn back in the pockets, but this is the time of year that they're gonna start moving up there and staging. And that's where those fish were. Douglas is a rock lake. I mean, that is the primary form of cover on this lake is rock. So, you know, that's what those fish were oriented to. And the lure that I chose to go after them with today was a crankbait. It's another small body crankbait. This is a Storm Wiggle Wart. And before y'all ask, no, it is not one of them $50 pre-Rapala Wiggle Warts that y'all see on eBay. eBay. They're probably cheap on eBay. Ain't no $50 pre-Rapala Wiggle Wart that y'all found on eBay. This is a straight out of the box. I stopped at Bass Pro Shops on the way to the lake today and picked it up. This is a brand new Storm Wiggle Wart. I am a redneck. I ain't spending 50 bucks on a crankbait. And the places that I fish and the way I fish, I don't never keep one of them no longer than 20 minutes before I hang it up and lose it anyway. So, the color that I chose was blackback chartreuse. Chose that for two reasons. Number one, we got some stained water here, so that color stands out. Number two, chartreuse is a good color on Douglas. I don't care what time of year it is. I don't care how deep, how shallow the fish are. Chartreuse is a Douglas color, always has been, and I like some chartreuse on my baits when I'm fishing here. So, why did I choose a Storm Wiggle Wart? A Storm Wiggle Wart has got a very wide wobble to it. It's got a very wide side-to-side wobble, got some loud rattles in it. I wanted a crankbait that was gonna stay in that depth, that 5 to 7, 8 foot right there. I wanted a crankbait that was gonna stay there and come through that stuff, but I needed a crankbait that had a wide wobble to it, that put off a lot of thump in the water when you were bringing it through those rocks, because it is stained water, and I needed something to help them find it. I feel like, even though we've got cold front conditions, we got more rain coming in tomorrow, I feel like even with the muddy water and the fluctuating water temperatures, I feel like the bass, right now anyway, are pretty aggressive. And that goes hand in hand with a wide wobbling crankbait. The more aggressive the fish are, the wider the wobble. The rod that I'm throwing this on, y'all have seen it before. This is the 7'6", medium heavy Duckett Ghost cranking stick. Very good rod. I love this rod for my small body crankbaits. I paired that up with an Garcia Revo SX. Fantastic reel. It's one of the reels I got at the start of the year, and it has become just a workhorse reel for me. It's still, you know, I've been using it now for several months. It's still as smooth as the day I bought it. It has just, it's been a good pickup for me. This is a 6-to-1 gear ratio reel. I like 6-to-1 gear ratio reels when I'm throwing my small body crankbaits. I'm throwing it on 10-pound Sunline Assasin Flourocarbon. I think Flourocarbon is a must for throwing crankbaits. Flourocarbon sinks. It's not going to take away from any of your depth. I think it's just a must. Now, the way that you want to be fishing this bait, your first, second, and third priority with this crankbait or any other crankbait, I don't care who makes it, what color it is, how deep it dives, deflection. Deflection is what you need to worry about. You need to be focusing 100% of the time off deflecting that crankbait off as much rock, wood, whatever you can deflect it off of, boat docks, it don't matter. A crankbait needs deflection, a direction change. It's got to be coming down through there, hit something, deflect off of it. That's what triggers your strikes. Every single fish that I caught today, I had deflected it off a rock or whatever was down there when they hit it. You saw the last fish that we put in the boat, I actually got the crankbait hung. When I jerked it loose there, that's when he ate it. So that's a great example of what's going on under the water when they eat these things. They're looking for that direction change. It's just an instinct. They don't think about it. When that bait jerks off into a direction that it wasn't going and does something erratic, that's when you get your strikes. The places that I was fishing today, after I caught those fish early on, I ran on back into the creeks. And once I got from about halfway on back, I didn't find anything back there. I think it could be just a little bit too early. It could have just been me. But when I got back in there, I still saw some shad that were struggling up top. There was some dead shad back there. There was a lot of gulls feeding on them. And that's not a place that I want to be. So, you know, I stayed back there too long, longer than I should have. I should have come back out to the main lake, but I'm hard-headed, y'all know that. So I stayed back there for a little bit too long, but when we came back out, we got back to doing what we were doing, and we were able to put a few more fish in the boat. I have no doubt in my mind that every largemouth that we caught today was a pre-spawn male. If I had to guess, that would be the deal. The places that they were at, it seemed like, you know, any type of little bit of a flat with a rock bank on the back of it was good. It was better if you had pockets on the sides of it. It was leading into a pocket, a deal like that. That's where those fish are going to spawn. So you need to be looking for them somewhere leading up to those spawning areas. And those rock banks right there leading into those pockets off the main lake, those can hold a lot of fish this time of year. You know, just being a pre-spawn deal in general, they're going to be up shallower, and then the muddy water on top of that has got them up really shallow. The fish that I caught today were in about 5-6 foot of water, which, you know, to me for this lake, I classify that as shallow. You know, the big females it's a little bit too early, I feel like, for them to be up there. Like I say, the males will come up first. Like I say, I'm confident that's what you saw today was pre-spawn males. So I would, you know, if I had more time, I would be looking for the pre-spawn females to be maybe on the next drop out, the next depth change out. They're not going to be far from where the males were. East Tennessee has just been absolutely hammered with rain for what seems like a month. I mean, you know, just dark, rainy, flooding, just really bad weather. I mean, you know, when we got out here today, I had some sun. I felt like the sun helped me a little bit. You know, it's been so damn dark and rainy for so long that I think everything's wanting a little bit of sunshine, you know. I'm wanting it. I think the fish are wanting it. I think everything's wanting it. I mean, you know, it may be 3 damn days since Kid Rock has seen the sunshine, but it feels like it's been a damn month since I've seen it. It has just been awful. But it was nice to get out of the house today. We got out here on Douglas. Kind of got a feel for what's going on out here. We're going to be fishing Douglas a lot more here in the next month or so. This is actually my home lake, so I tend to fish it quite a bit in the spring. And I'm looking forward to everything that's coming in the near future. If we can get through these last waves of bad weather and everything, I think we're going to have a good spring, hopefully. And it is definitely going to be the time of year to get out on the water and see if you can track down a big one. But that's all I got for y'all today, guys. If you like the videos, make sure you go hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that notification bell. That's going to let y'all know when I put out all my new videos. I'm out here to help y'all, so if you got any questions or comments for me, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. I will get back to y'all with any answers that I can give you. Until next time, y'all make some time, get out there on the water and catch you a few. I'm Ryan Epps. Y'all have a good one.